Okay, as always, all right, here is some more information into etymology. Okay, now this is going to be on uh, um, the teachings of the Native American Indians by Europeans in the purpose of stealing the land of the Americas. Okay, now the reason why I'm making this video here is because I've been noticing an uprise, right, in the push of Christianity. You know, now you see, these Republicans, mostly from the Republicans, right, and because all of them are like, Christians. This is the culture of the Republicans, Christianity, and a lot of them are strong Christians. I mean traditional Christians. See, Republicans, right? They are, what do you call them? They are traditionalists. They deal with that they're conservatives. They want to conserve the traditions of Christianity, which is Catholics. That kind of thing. They're strong Catholic followers. So I've been seeing this push with this Christianity thing. Okay, so with that in mind, again, those of us who are being mislabeled today as blacks and African Americans, we are the true Native American Indian people. Okay, we are the people that when these Europeans came here, right, with their Bibles, these are we are the same people, right, that they were trying to convert into Christianity. And don't be fooled. It was all for the purpose of stealing the land from us. So have you ever wondered why they called us heathens and pagans? Right? So all you gotta do is look up the etymology, right? Here it is here of what a heathen is what they were referring to as heathens when they spoke about us. Mainly a heathen, see here, it is the people that were inhabiting the country. Country also means, the woods, country, the wooded area, the uncultivated places, even though we had houses and stuff like that, but just think of it like log cabins, that kind of thing like that. So they refer to a heathen as people that were living in the country and foresting, and that we were eating from the land and living from the land. That kind of thing. Now, when you get a chance, you should be mindful, because the work. Well, let me not go there just now. Okay. So, what is a pagan? See, why do they call us pagans? Because to them, a pagan, right, is one not enrolled in the army of Christ. See, when they refer to us as pagans, they were like saying these people are not down with Christianity. They don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So they say, hey, we got to kill these people. We got to force them. So we should talk about this more. We should talk about more about how these missionaries came here with Christianity, which is a dogma, which is some made up rules and regulations. It's made up. There is no God. That they say, ain't nobody up in the sky nowhere. Even before they came up with this Christianity thing, all them people over there, Europe and stuff like that, they were what they referring to us as pagans. They lived by the land. I'm saying they refer to what they calling God now. The people then, they knew God as nature, the energies of nature. See, and see, these things like that is important. This is why you must know the origin of the word God. Where did it come from? How did it start? It originated from referring to nature. See, so remember now, this dogmatic teachings, Christianity, they killed thousands of people. I mean, they were just bloodied up. I mean, I'm saying they murdered crazy. They murdered whole, trying to force them to take on this dogmatic teachings that they made up. And you gotta understand. See, when you know they made all this shit up, then you would have to ask, well, why? Well, for the reasons of controlling people. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to control. They wanted to, if I want your land, so the only way I'm gonna get it, I mean, because see, it's a mental thing now. See, when you start teaching people certain things, certain behaviors, now it's a mental war. Okay, now because they did both of them, but basically at the beginning they just started killing people, right? But then I guess they realized, hey, we can control more people by controlling their minds. You remember the saying, free your mind and your ass will follow? Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Imprison the mind and their bodies or their ass will follow. You know what I'm saying? You get the mind. Get the mind, you got everything. So this is why they did this. See? Now I know, see? And I can't worry and be concerned about people that don't know about this and they have issues with this stuff and they just cold-heartedly just, hey, they want to believe in their Jesus and that God stuff, that God nonsense. I can't be concerned with that. You know what I'm saying? The best thing to do is to keep sharing this information. Okay? Keep sharing it. Keep putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Just, so you know what I'm saying? Because eventually, those people that don't know, that want to know, they're going to pick it up. So don't get discouraged and be all upset because certain people are rejecting you. That's not your job. That's not my damn job. I feel no way. That ain't my job to be concerned because because you have issues. You know what I'm saying? So my job is just to help you how to get out of it, and around your issues, and that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I have no feelings or concern with people like that. But yeah, they made this shit up. There is no God. There ain't no guy with some white robe on, long gray beard in the sky somewhere with some damn sandals on and whatever. They're gonna come, and he's always coming back to them. Anyway, so once you know that they made all this shit up to control you, see, then see, and that's freedom. That's freedom. Imagine that shit. Man, that was some powerful shit with John Lennon when he said, imagine if there was no religion, dogmatic teachings. Imagine if all these teachings, these principles, these rules and regulations that man has made up to control other people. And most of the control method is based in fear. because they knew the nature of people. And say, you put them in fear, you got them. You make them afraid. Anytime, hey, you gonna do this, I'm gonna kill you. There's many forms of fear that they put up there. And once they got people in fear like that, they took their children and started teaching them this nonsense, right? And now that's all they knew. That's all they knew. That's all they know. So, from that point there, right, to control them for the duration, right, is to teach fear things. Now remember now, Johnny, Susie, right, if you don't keep these rules and regulations that I didn't make up, God made it up. So don't look at me, right? And Johnny and Susie, if you don't keep these things right, you're going to go to hell. And you know what hell looks like, Johnny, Susie. Yeah, right. You told me, right? Fire, brimstone and burning and torturing and I'm saying, all that shit. How you gonna burn? You ain't got no damn body when you dead. Come on. Anyway, so yeah, this is the deal. And this fear mongering, right, is done today in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? But if you are not knowledgeable of these things, then you can't escape them. But yeah, so I wanted to share some information about these people, that were coming over here, right, and from Europe and pushing this crazy dogmatic teachings on us, and they came with their Bibles. Because remember now, if you got a language, right, and the Indian languages, right, and you're another people, you got to learn the language of the people, right, to communicate with them, So you got people like John Eliot, see, and this is one of his Bibles, but this one is a New Testament. Okay, he did New Testament one. But notice how, you know what I'm saying, the apostle of the Indians. You know what I'm saying? The apostle of the Indians. He came over, I'm teach these Indians, I'm gonna make them. You're gonna learn. See? And remember now, these are the same people, this is the same ideology, right, that were, killing up their own people over there in Europe, forcing this dogmatic teachings that they call Christianity on them. Same people, This is his Bible. His New Testament Bible. Okay, But, there's many, it's a lot of people. So it's him, John Eliot, and then you got, what's his name? Who's the other guy? This guy here, see? So you got all these people. You got, and this guy here, Ernest Thomas Seton, right? Wow, this guy has many things on his belt, many teachings, he plays a big role in this Christianity movement on our people here in the Americas. You know, I didn't know that. Like, why? Because I was a Boy Scout. I was a Cub Scout, and I was a Boy Scout. And, you know, I didn't know this guy, he came up with the, I didn't know he came up with the Boy Scout in one of the founders. I didn't know he was one of the founders of the Boy Scouts. Right, so he was one of the founders of the Boy Scouts. See, but it's a lot more. It's a lot more, you know. And you should check out this video here, right? This is his granddaughter, okay, and she's sharing some more information about this guy. But you know how they do. They never give you the impression that these people are wicked and bad. And they never give you the true meaning and the purpose of their agendas. They never tell you. You know, they always make it seem like they was doing good for somebody, for some Indians. See, it's always been that. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But this guy helped kill billions of Indians here in the Americas. See? With this nonsense. See? Because their whole goal with this stuff, with these Bibles and these teachings, right? The whole goal was to stop us from being pagans and heathens. See? Remember, a heathen, right, is a people that are living from the land. People that are living from the land. People that don't have to go to no grocery stores. People that are independent. People that own the land. Heathens, Indians, right? We own the land. If we were sick, right, we knew how to go and forage for the medicines from the ground, from the trees. See? These are the same people who labeled, or let me say, they gave a negative connotation to their word, witch. Okay? These are the same people that were killing our sisters and mothers and aunts, right? Native American Indian women. See? Label them with the negative connotation of the word witch. Why did I say negative? Because the word witch, it actually means to be witty or to be wise in the ways of nature. They are women. You know, the Indian women, they knew how to go out in the field and pick herbs, spices, and different plants for medicine, for food. See? And bear in mind, if you got that knowledge like that, and you got people all around like that, right, that are able to do that, it's hard for you to control the people. You got people that are able to, that know medicine, that can fix, illnesses and, everything. People that knew how, if you had a big old gash in your leg, that today you got to stitch it up. There are people back then that knew how to pick certain plants or whatever that they can put in that wound and it will close it up. You know what I'm saying? It will contract the wound. You can see it contract right there. It's not, wait 2 or 3 days. They knew certain chemicals in the body that you can find in plants where you can put it into the wound and it will shut the wound up. Imagine that type of information being around and you trying to control people. You know what I'm saying? You shooting and stabbing people, trying to kill them, but now you got some people coming along that reverse what you done did. See, you can't control people like that, so you got to kill these people. See, you got to kill them. You got to kill all these women that knew this stuff. See, so go look up the word witch, the etymology of it. It means, it comes from the word wick, witty. They had wisdom. Witty goes back to the word wisdom, to be wise. They were wise in the ways of nature. We knew nature. This is what they're saying also when they say inhabitants of the open country. What do they mean by open? It wasn't. They had no control of it. See, when they say open, their word for open, it means no control. So when they say, we closed that shit up, we locked it down, right? That means you have control of it. But when you say that it is open, it is open. You know what I'm saying? That means you have no control. See how they see the importance of etymology, knowing words. See, and the most thing is knowing their words. See, so that's why. See, see, this is why they call us pagans. See, because we wasn't trying to hear all that Christianity stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Imagine, you know what I'm saying? We might have spoken a different language back then, but the attitude was still the same. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit out of my face. We were like that. What? You better get up on out of here, pink man, with that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? With some foolishness. See what you mean? Some invisible man somewhere is all powerful. Like, come on now. See this? You better get to stepping. You know what I'm saying? That's why, see, dangerous people. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're popping them off. You better, because that's dangerous. That's some dumb shit. You want no dumb talking people around, spreading some foolishness, spreading some damn poison, talking about some damn Jesus, some God, some nonsense, some poison, devilish, wicked shit. Come on. See? See? Because they wanted to civilize us. Civil. See? Civil. Domesticate. See? They wanted to civilize us, domesticate. See? And that's what Christianity is and what it's for. It ain't for helping nobody or helping them. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Christianity is a teaching, right, to control the minds of people so you can manipulate them. You can move them, you can take their stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can see, that's all it is. And I am so happy. Right? I'm so happy. I feel so good to be able to, or have the opportunity to share this. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Because this is freedom. If you can just avoid all this nonsense, if you can stop going to the devil's house, because the church is the devil's house. It's the devil's house. What does the word devil mean? Right? A people that manipulate words for their benefit against you. See? That's what devil is. I forget the actual word that they use. What do they say? I forget the actual word that they use, but that's what it means. Yeah. So it's more. There are more of them, not just these two guys. Okay, of course not, right? But yeah, that's what they did. They came in. They learned our language, and they started making these books. Right? They started writing this. They started making this stuff up, right? And they started, making these books to suit, to try to convince us, right, to take on this Christianity. That's why, again, right, when you get your Bible, the James Charles Stewart Bible, aka King James, you look, that's why it says it was formed. It was published in 1611. This is late. 1611 is like way later. See, understand. These people, like John Eliot, these people were already here in the Americas. See, understand that Bible that we all have, right? It was made at this time when they were already here in the Americas. They made it for the purpose of dealing with us here in the Americas. This is modern English. I know a lot of people never even considered that particular Bible, was designed for Native American Indians. But all of them were. All of them were. You know what I'm saying? This one and what's his name? His Bible, they all were. See? I mean, take note of this. Take note of this. Listen to this. Just listen to this right here. I'm telling you. This Bible that we have, the King James, the James Charles Stewart Bible, 1611, right, and these other ones, they were, come on, they were right here. Or when did these Europeans come over? When did they come over with this Christianity? You gotta see what time the period. You know what I'm saying? When did this guy write his Bible? When did this guy write his Bible? When did the so-called father of modern English write his Bible here in the Americas? Yes, Noah Webster had a Bible as well that he wrote right here in the Americas. Why? Again, Noah Webster, the father of modern English. Understand, modern English was created right here in the Americas. Understand, for who? For the Native American Indians, to convert us into Christianity, so they can wipe out our history. They took our children, right, from the parents, and they started teaching them all this nonsense. So the information was gone. See, that's how you erase history, right? You take your children and you educate them. Remember, the word educate means to lead out, to take out, to lead away, to take things out. How do you do that? You start teaching this nonsense. You start teaching Christianity. You start teaching some foolishness. Oh, there's a God somewhere. Oh, there's talking snakes. Oh, men can have babies. Look, see, God took Adam and cut open his side, a C-section, and pulled out a grown woman. All this nonsense. Oh, yeah, look, this man can walk on water. His friend Nazareth, dead, stinking dead for 3 days, and he gonna just call the nigga name. Nazareth, get your ass up. Really? And he gonna come back to life. Come on now. And it goes on and on. Some Walt Disney shit. Some, what do you call it? Fairy tale. This is a bunch of fairy tale. And you got to be either an idiot or you got to be just mentally incompetent deeply. You just gone mentally. You have no reasoning skills. I mean, wow. I'm saying, well, it's in the Bible. Well, this is what God said. No. This is what these people said. This is what these people here, this is what they said. This is what the pink man said. They wrote all this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? To take your shit, your mind, your body, and your land. Come on now. We got, see? It's all right there. You know? So, yeah. So I want to play this video. Okay? I want to play the video, right, of this book right here, this Bible. Okay? This is the original, right, John Eliot Bible. Okay? And what you should, because this one, it costs an arm and a leg. This one I think costs like a little over $100. Okay? Now, I have this book, right? But I gotta go find it. I'm gonna make another video on this, right, where I'm gonna show you the Bible. But I gotta find it. It's in my storage somewhere. Okay, yeah, but get this one. Start with this one and check this one out. Okay, yeah. But I'm gonna. All right, so I'm gonna play this video here. Now, when you look at the video, listen to what she's saying. Right, listen to listen to what she's saying, but listen to it in a way where you can hear that they're telling you the purpose of why they made this book. See, you gotta listen to the purpose of why they made it. That these people, you know what I'm saying, they came over, these pilgrims or whatever, they came over here for the whole, with this nonsense, for the whole purpose of taking the land. So when you watch this video, when you hear it, don't let your mind fall into, oh, this is a good thing. They made this thing for history and to better the people. No, it was to take people's shit. It was designed to kill people. All right.
BiblicalHeritageExhibit.com is thrilled to introduce this meticulously crafted facsimile reproduction of the Mamus Wanitupanattamwi up Biblum God, also known as the Algonquian Bible or the Eliot Indian Bible of 1663. Recognized as the first Bible of any language to be printed on a printing press in North America and the single largest printing endeavor of the early colonial period. This facsimile stands as a testament to both historical significance and missionary pursuit. It is a critical piece in recounting our Bible's journey and its impact in early America. Created and produced by the dedicated team at the Biblical Heritage Exhibit, this facsimile reproduction is printed on quality opaque paper and bound in a rich brown distressed faux leather adorned with detailed gold foil stamping. The front cover proudly bears the emblematic seal of the state of Massachusetts, paying homage to this monumental work's geographic and cultural origins. Each page faithfully replicates the text that the English Reverend John Eliot and Native American linguist Kokini, Job Nassitan, and John Sassaman spent more than a decade painstakingly translating into Massachusetts, sometimes referred to as Natick, Nipmuc, Wampanoag, or Wampanoag. Part of the Algonquian family of languages. It was originally typeset and printed by James Printer, apprentice to Samuel Green. The facsimile weighs 3 pounds and measures just under 6 inches in width. while being 7.5 inches tall and almost 3 inches in depth. We hope you have enjoyed learning about this outstanding Bible facsimile and will consider adding it to your collection today.